All right, today we're diving into a really fantastic and honestly pretty dark fable by Vikram Seth called The Frog and the Nightingale. And this is so much more than just a story about talking animals. At its heart, it's this powerful cautionary tale about art, about exploitation, and maybe most importantly, about the danger of letting other people define your worth. And really, this is the one big question the whole poem revolves around. We're about to see exactly what goes down when a creature with a beautiful, raw, natural gift collides head-on with another one who is just dripping with cynicism, manipulation, and greed. It's a classic setup for a tragedy, for sure. Okay, so let's set the scene. Our story kicks off in this place called Bengal Bog. And for a very long time, this bog had a very specific and, let's just say, very loud soundtrack. And the owner of this unique voice? It's a frog, and he sings every single night. The poem makes it crystal clear. He's terrible. I mean, his song is a crass cacophony. It's just noise, and all the other animals absolutely can't stand it. But what can they do? They're totally powerless to stop him. He is the undisputed, unopposed king of noise in this bog. But then, one night, everything changes. Out of the quiet, this new melody just emerges. It's the nightingale. And her song, it's the complete and total opposite of the frog's awful, grating croak. It's pure, it's natural, it's just absolutely beautiful. And the reaction? Oh, it is immediate and just overwhelming. I mean, remember how the creatures of the bog used to throw stones at the frog? Well, now they are completely captivated. Animals are moved to tears, they're cheering, bravo, encore, they want more. And the nightingale, she's kind of stunned by all this attention, and she just sings all night long. Her art is a genuine, pure sensation. But of course, the old king of the bog isn't about to just let this new talent go unnoticed, or more importantly, unchallenged. This, right here, is where the story really begins. So the second the nightingale stops singing, the frog makes his move. And listen to his language here. It's so telling. I'm the frog who owns this tree. See that? He's not just a resident, he's claiming ownership. He's establishing dominance right away. And then he puffs up his own ego, pretending his awful croak is some kind of splendid baritone. He's positioning himself as the authority figure, right from the get-go. And this just lays out the core dynamic between them so perfectly. The frog is everything the nightingale isn't. You've got him over here, calculating, arrogant, territorial. And then there's her. Innocent, humble, and timid. He sees an opportunity, a way to gain something. She just wants to share her song. And this power imbalance, it's absolutely crucial to everything that's about to happen. So the naive nightingale, she asks him if he liked her song. And his response, it is a masterclass in manipulation. He starts with this faint praise, right? Not too bad, and then immediately just tears it down. By throwing around jargon like technique and force, he's making himself out to be some kind of sophisticated critic, a real expert on music. And the nightingale? She falls for it, hook, line, and sinker. She's just so flattered that a supposed expert has taken an interest in her that she immediately starts to doubt her own ability. Her beautiful, natural song, well, suddenly it seems flawed in her own mind, all because this critic told her it was. And here is the absolute kicker, the offer. See what he did there? The frog creates a problem, this lack of force, and then, like magic, presents himself as the one and only solution. He frames her incredible natural talent as amateurish, like she's a beginner, and promises to make her a winner. And for the humble nightingale who's already completely in awe of him, this sounds like an absolute dream come true. So this so-called training quickly brings us to the next phase of the poem. This is where the nightingale's pure art crashes right into commerce. And of course, the frog is the very, very greedy middleman. I mean, it's the classic story, right? Organic creativity getting totally stifled by the pressure to make a buck. And believe me, the frog wastes zero time. Her pure, beautiful art is immediately turned into a business. So while the nightingale is up there singing her heart out, filled with this new confidence and adoration for her mentor, the frog is down below busy counting heads and collecting cash. He's not her mentor at all, he's her manager, and his one and only goal is profit. And from there, the pressure just keeps mounting. He starts scolding her, demanding she practice longer,
harder. And he's constantly reminding her about this debt she supposedly owes him for his training. Suddenly, her art isn't about joy or expression anymore. Now it's all about hitting targets and satisfying this market that he's created. Well, all this relentless pressure and commercialization, it was always going to lead to one place, the final tragic act of our story. So let's just walk through this path to ruin, step by tragic step. First up, you have the harsh training. The frog just works her relentlessly, forcing her to sing in all kinds of weather until her voice is just gone, totally hoarse. Naturally, this leads to a completely uninspired song. What was once so beautiful now just sounds tired and mechanical. And what happens next? Well, the audience leaves. The crowds thin out because her music has lost its soul. But here's the really sad part. By now, she's become addicted to the applause. She can't even find joy in singing for herself anymore. And this all leads to the tragic end. The frog, furious about the loss of income, just lays into her. And in one final desperate attempt to please him, she puffs up her lungs with all her might, bursts a vein, and dies. So you gotta ask yourself, what was the frog's ultimate goal here? Was it really about the money? Was it about training a star? Well, the poem's ending makes his true motive chillingly clear. And his motive wasn't just, personal envy. This is where this little fable connects so directly to our world. The story isn't really just about a frog and a bird. It's a powerful critique of how our society can commercialize art, how audiences can be so fickle, and how pure, raw talent is so often just destroyed by greed and the pressure to conform. Really, the Nightingale's story is a metaphor for any artist who's ever been exploited by the industry. Look, the money was sweet, no doubt. But the frog's number one goal was always, always to maintain his top dog status in the bog. He just couldn't stand being upstaged. By destroying the Nightingale, he eliminated his one and only rival. He didn't just want to profit from her, he wanted her done, period. And then he says this, which is maybe the most cynical, twisted line in the entire poem. The frog, the very creature who forced her to change her song, who coached the soul right out of it, now blames her for not being original. He shows zero remorse. Instead, he just rewrites history on the spot to make her death her own fault. It's his final, chilling act of manipulation. And so, the story ends right back where it began. The beautiful melody is gone. It's been replaced, once again, by that crass cacophony of the frog. He is, once more, the unrivaled king of the bog. And the fable just leaves us with this really chilling question to think about. How many nightingales out there in the real world have been silenced by the frogs?